right, the music adventures continue. This is episode 477 of Find Music with that adventurous dude we were talking about just minutes ago, Charlie Zero.
Okay, so I got my list of 5 today that you guys will love since Murray brought in the noise and avant-garde. This is right up there. This is gonna get weird.
Okay.
All right. So let me share here. Okay, here we go. Share. I have to remember that. And sound. Here we go. Okay. You guys see what I see?
You, 10.
Okay. There we go. All right. So Nobukazu Takemura. You guys are not familiar with them? No?
The name, I don't know, sounds familiar, but I can't say for certain because there are a lot of Japanese artists that do experimental music, and so
Okay. So this album, album 10th, came out in 2003. He's electronic, experimental, IDM, glitch, and noise.
okay.
I had an experience with this album listening to it because it came highly recommended by the this channel called Thrill Jockeys Records, I think, if I'm saying that right. They picked this one the most requested. I go, okay, I gotta listen to this because the album cover caught my attention
Yeah.
and everything else. So I'm gonna play here a little snippet. Here we go. Okay. So the whole entire album, it's 16 tracks. This might be a hybrid of call it Apex Twin. If Apex Twin really probably, I don't know, got himself pregnant and then popped out this artist. It's very, very out there. It's very interesting. He does use algorithm frequencies in the background. You could hear a lot of changes, a very, very variety of changes, including some vocals in there. Very, very, very interesting. Everything in its concept worked of this is it flows very smoothly throughout. It will remind you a bit of Apex Twin, some of the early stuff, but then again, it's very, very different. It's its own little voice, its own noise, little sounds. I really, really dug this album, so I hope you guys do, or anybody else. So yeah, that's one. My next one is XIU XIU. You guys are familiar with XIU XIU? No? Okay. The name sounds pretty cool. XIU XIU with an X. XIU. XIU. XIU XIU. The album here is called Girl with Basket of Fruit. And they are from LA. And they're very also experimental rock, electronic, art rock, post-punk, avant-pop, and industrial. They're all over the place. They've been around for quite a long time now. They just released their 13th album, which is a long name. I'm not even going to pronounce it. But this album, Girl with the Basket of Fruit, is, I'd say, really, really, well, I say creep me the hell out in a good kind of way. He does a lot of his lyrics are very, very call it a cut up, but the music, I'll play this one. Scissors.
Light a candle, pull the handle, you are erased. Light a candle, pull the handle, you are erased.
Okay. So yeah, this album it was requested. I had them on my list for a long time, and they flew on my radar more and more and more again as time went on. Some guy on YouTube did a compilation of like ranking the best of XIU albums. So I had to listen to this one, Girl with Basket of Fruit. It does deal with some lyrical, sensitive subjects, as the singer had spoken about. It's very, very, I'm surprised. I didn't know what I was listening to. I've heard so many music. I'm still very, very confused at times, but I love it. And this in particular was very, very strange. I don't know what I got myself into, but I loved it. My mind was already floating with so many ideas. I go, I gotta listen to this while I'm writing. But yeah, Girl with the Basket of Fruit. I recommend listening to it from beginning, middle to end. You guys will get an experience like no other. This is the one highly recommended. So yeah, check it out. Girl with the Basket of Fruit came out in 2019. Next one. Oh, I'm trying to get the.
Not that one.
There you go. There you go. Are you guys familiar with this band Sumac?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
So Sumac, album Love and Shadow came out in 2018, and they are from, one of the members is from Canada and the other ones are from here in the US of A. Their genre is post metal, sludge metal. Yeah, this band very they have 4 tracks. Now you're gonna spend like an hour and 6 minutes in total, because first track's 21 minutes, second one's 15, third one's 12, and the last one's 16. I'm only gonna play portions of it, so here you go. Well, okay. So when you hear this album, the guy's voice sounds like, well, demonic. Yeah, it sounds very demonic, but in a good kind of way. I could call them too progressive metal at the same time. There's some of that too. It gets heavy in the beginning, but then it slows down. And there's a bit of a melodic tempo, and then after that, it starts to, at the end, it's a 3-piece band. But man, they're hell of a band. I recommend this album. Yeah, what can I say? These guys are really, really on their game. They just released a new album called The Healer. I'm kind of curious about that one too. Next one, you guys heard of infinity frequencies? No?
Nope.
They are considered signal wave slash vapor wave, but signal waves will do it. I am gonna play this track here. All right, so this band, yeah, the album Between Two Worlds came out in 2018. I was doing actually, well, as listening to this whole album, you're gonna feel a bit nostalgic as you're listening to each track, but at the same time, you will feel a bit empty. Empty in the very reminiscent kind of way that you miss certain things and you wish things could have been or could have stayed that way, but as the years go by, things change and then you really start to feel empty. But take it for what you will. But this each track has a very at times a bit cold, but then again they use a lot of they experiment with a lot of samples. Um I highly recommend this one. Signal Wave. A very, very interesting approach to a genre of music I'm not that familiar with, but now I'm getting more and more and more fascinated with it. So check this band out. Bandcamp. And the last one, Milan Knizak. K silent. Nizak. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that right. This album, Broken Music, came out. See, it's weird because Spotify it reads it as 2015, but on Bandcamp it reads it as 2017. He's from Czech Republic. His music is considered turntablism, experimental, historical. He uses historical recordings, and he's part of the Fluxus movement.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play you this. So throughout the whole album, the whole track, it consists of 5 tracks, but each one's 19 minutes to 3, 4, 10, 13 minutes. He'll play, he gets broken records and he uses the vinyl and it just plays, but he adds sound to it in the background that makes it not repetitious, but a bit of a change in composition. Okay, so that's what you're gonna hear, but you'll hear stuff in the background too. I haven't heard. This is the second time I'm hearing this album because I just heard it not that long ago. I've heard it the first time and I was really, really fascinated with turntablism. He's not the only one that does that. There are other very, very few underground artists that actually use a broken vinyl pieces and then they put them all together around a mortar and then they glue them together and then they spin it in the vinyl and they create incredible, like very noisy and really crackling kind of music. But yeah, definitely check this out. It's yeah, if you guys can't handle this kind of stuff, it's okay. I mean, no, it's not meant for many ears. So, but anyway, that is my list of today. All those let me stop it here. Sorry. Okay, yeah. All these bands that I recommended, they're all available on Bandcamp, Spotify, and YouTube. And that is my list of
Okay.
today.
So I have read somewhere about the broken records thing. I don't know whether it was that guy or, as you say, other people do it too.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but I don't remember where, but just
I read like the little brief history description on Bandcamp, and if you type in Bandcamp turntablism, it pops up
okay.
and it tells you a bit of the history of who started it and who are these new people that are doing it nowadays, and it's very fascinating. Yeah, that's it.
All right. Check some of those out.
Ooh. Thank you, Charlie.
I'm gonna write it here on the chat. So
Okay.
yeah.
It's not necessary. I was able to catch all the spellings.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
we're good.
Well, for Murray, if he wants to,
Well, no, I wrote them down, so I think I'm okay, too.
okay, cool. All right, cool. Okay.